Okay, this is Federalist 11 Part 4, and this is the Great Debate video resource for you. It's done by the Great Courses Teaching Company. Make sure you watch this. It's by Thomas L. Pangle, P-A-N-G-L-E. I've mentioned it in the last 3 videos. So I'm going to continue with the reading of the Federalist Paper 11. There are rights of great moment to the trade of America, which are rights of the Union. I allude to the fisheries, to the navigation of the lakes, and to that of the Mississippi. The dissolution of the Confederacy would give room for delicate questions concerning the future existence of these rights, which the interest of more powerful partners would hardly fail to solve to our disadvantage. The disposition of Spain with regard to the Mississippi needs no comment. France and Britain are concerned with us in the fisheries and view them as of the utmost moment to their navigation. They, of course, would hardly remain long indifferent to that decided mastery of which experience has shown to be possessed in this valuable branch of traffic, and by which we are able to undersell those nations in their own markets. What more natural than that they should be disposed to exclude from the lists such dangerous competitors? This branch of trade ought not to be considered as a partial benefit. All the navigating states may, in different degrees, advantageously participate in it, and under circumstances of a greater extension of mercantile capital, would not be unlikely to do it. As a nursery of seamen, it now is, or when time shall have more nearly assimilated the principles of navigation in the several states, will become a universal resource. To the establishment of a navy, it must be indispensable. Okay, we have talked here before about the Mississippi River, and then he talks about France and England, fisheries. There's a lot of fishing going on over here. And he says, if you're not powerful, if you're not united, Spain, which controls the Mississippi River, and we've talked a lot about the importance of Mississippi River, he says, we will lose control of doing any shipping or commerce on Mississippi. And Spain is already telling us that they're going to block us. Plus all the fish that we can catch here and sell to the Europeans, that is not going to be available to us. The British and the French will take advantage of that, and we will not be able to compete with them. So he says we've got to be realistic. We've got to unite. Remember, I've told you before that these blue regions are territories. People will come from this side, enter the United States, they'll settle here, and they will gradually want to move this way. They will make states here, and when states are created here, they want to ship whatever they produce or trade by river and sea, because that's much easier. Because remember, there are no roads here, no cars, nothing like that. So it's best thing to send it by ship. So that's why he's talking about we have to be powerful so that we can show Spain that they cannot block us. If they do, we will block them. We will not let them have access to our resources. If Spain and Britain go to war, we will take Britain's side. That's what he was saying earlier. So he says we have all of these. We have to take it to account and use it as an advantage for ourselves. And then he says when we start our commercial navy, our people, like the British, will grow to be like every young man from all around here who wants to be a seaman. Go to the sea, learn how to operate a commercial ship, and then later on, when we want to establish a big navy, big military, all those people can be recruited, all of them can be used in our navy to fight wars. He's indirectly saying that's how Britain has become so powerful. So we have to do the same thing. To this great national object, a navy, union will contribute in various ways. Every institution will grow and flourish in proportion to the quantity and extent of the means concentrated towards its formation and support. A navy of the United States, as it would embrace the resources of all, is an object far less remote than a navy of any single state or partial confederacy, which would only embrace the resources of a part. It happens indeed that different portions of Confederated America possess each some peculiar advantage for this essential establishment. The more southern states furnish in greater abundance certain kinds of naval stores, tar, pitch, turpentine. Their wood for the construction of ships is also of a more solid and lasting texture. The difference in the duration of the ships of which the Navy might be composed, if chiefly constructed of southern wood, would be of signal importance, either in the view of naval strength or of national economy. Some of the southern and of the middle states yield a greater plenty of iron and of better quality. Seamen must chiefly be drawn from the northern hive. The necessity of naval protection to external and maritime commerce and the conduciveness of that species of commerce to the prosperity of a navy are points too manifest to require a particular elucidation. They, by a kind of reaction, mutually beneficial, promote each other. So he says one of the advantages we will have if we unite some of these southern states, we can use tar, pitch, turpentine, and the woods that they have in their forests to make better ships. Whereas when you come to north, right around this area, there are metal. We can use the metal resources of this area, iron ore and things like that. And then when you come to the northern, he uses the word northern hive, just like honeybees, hives. But here he's talking about population that have been used to go to the sea. The Northeast has always had more ships, bigger ships, has been more into commerce. So a lot of the northern younger people become seamen. And because of that, he says we can use all these resources of different areas all the abilities and resources that we have, and in a state of union become stronger and defend our country and stand up for our rights. And this way the European countries, all these strong countries with strong navies will not be able to mistreat us or not treat us on a fair basis, to trade us fairly, and also not stop us from going to their colonies and trading with their colonies.